Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Portia O, your host of Lifin podcast. Pew, pew, pew. As my baby say. Hey y'all, I'm so glad to be back with y'all this week. It has been a long week, okay? I have been exhausted, okay? I don't know about nobody else. I think it's the snow here in Chicago that's making me feel really exhausted, okay? But I'm over it already and it just began. But anywho, here we are again with another episode. This is episode 11, okay? I hope that you have checked out episodes 1 through 9 on whatever streaming platform that you like to, but also you can get the visuals on YouTube, okay? It's been a great time sharing these experiences with y'all. As we are here on this podcast, we talk about how life is over here lifing via all types of relationships, situations, and everyday things that we are experiencing, all while in real time healing and learning how to be better human beings, okay? So welcome to Life Be Lifin', okay? So I'm going to just jump right into it because today we are talking about red flags, okay? Bop, 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 bop. Okay, they be popping all over the place on us, and we do not be in tune with the in-tuneness of what's going on, okay? Like, let's be clear. We got to be more in tune with what's happening, okay? Like, recognize, put your glasses on, put them 2020s on so you can really see clearly that this may not be it for you or the person for you or whatever it may be, okay? So we're gonna jump right into my segment. I got some questions, y'all, because y'all know I stay with the questions, okay? Why do you need discernment in these cases, okay? Why do you feel that you need discernment in order to recognize red flags, okay? Ask yourself that, all right? Next question. Who is capable of possessing them? These red flags, everybody is capable. Everybody is capable, okay? So be watching, be in tune, okay? Next question. What should you do if you encounter someone with them? What should you do? If you recognize that it's a red flag and all that type of stuff, what should you do? You're going to have to answer that for yourself. Or maybe I'll answer it for you throughout this podcast. Who knows? We'll see. And my last question, how do you recognize red flags? How? How do you recognize them? I think kind of through discernment, right? But if you don't have very clear discernment that you know is discernment, or that you're really in tune enough with yourself, I think you have to ask yourself some of these questions, right? And you have to look at some of the things that I think it's really a feeling, if I'm being honest. I think it's really a feeling when you feel uncomfortable or uneasy with something and you feel like, I don't think it's supposed to be like this. But you also have to do a check-in with yourself to make sure that it's not an expectation that you set and that has made you feel this way, that you're being more intentional and trying to get to the root and dig in deep as to, is this really a thing? Is this, or whatever, if you can't bank on your past experience in life, right? Those are my questions. I will try to answer them throughout this episode. Yeah, so let's get into it. Again, the topic is red flags, okay? So listen, these red flags, it was a whole thing. I think in the year of 2022, may have been the year 2021, 2020. I don't know. These years are all blending together now since the pandemic. I still can't believe we in 2023 and we were just in 2020 when the world blew up. I don't even know what's going on, okay? But whatever, we're here now. It was a whole thing on social media when they was talking about red flags, right? And everybody was like putting out statuses and posts about what a red flag is for them. It was a lot of funny ones out there. Hilarious. It was a lot of truth to those red flags for a lot of people, okay? It just triggered me to kind of think about it a little more, like, yeah, so what are some red flags that I have not paid attention to and that I keep allowing to cross my path and not really like be in tune with it or purposely ignoring it. Now, a couple of episodes ago, I had my good friend Denton Arnell on, and we were talking about criticism or words of love. And he's brought up red flags in the midst of that. Like, we ignore red flags because we so desperately want to be loved. Okay, so please, 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 like I always say, this is a no judgment zone. This is a safe space. We are not here to get down on someone or make you feel bad about allowing yourself not to recognize these red flags, because it happens to us all. Okay, like we have to be more in tune with our surroundings, who we surround ourselves with, who is in our company, what's going on, opposed to us just ignoring stuff for the greater good, quote unquote, or I got my eye on this. I'm just trying to achieve this. So I'm not going to pay attention to these other things that may not be serving me, okay, in the best way. So it's okay. Don't feel bad if you are a victim of ignoring the red flags, because we've all done it. Most of us probably are still experiencing them. And a lot of relationships that we're in right now that are unhealthy for us and we don't know how to get out of them. I'm not talking about just romantic as usual. I'm talking about platonic ones, those friendships that you holding on to because of the years that you've invested. Baby, they constantly showing you the red flags and you constantly like, no, I don't want to let go because it's comfortable. It's comfortable being content. It's comfortable being in this space with these people because I know them, quote unquote. I know this is what they are, whatever. So I'm okay with them being in my camp. No. I am no longer in that space. I can't. If you're not serving me in the way that you need to serve me, I can't be in a relationship with you. Sorry. Not sorry. Anywho, so yeah, we just have to be honest with ourselves. And that's really what it comes down to. But yeah, we tend to ignore them because we want to be loved. We like that connection. We like the togetherness of it all. We like, even if it's not the perfect scenario, which there is no perfect scenario, but even if it's not the most healthy of relationships or whatever, we still tend to put ourselves in the crosshairs of it. I mean, because it's comfortable and it's hard to start over on things. It's hard to let go. It's a whole thing, but it requires you choosing you at the end of the day to be better. Okay? Like, you don't have to stay stagnant. It's a choice. So if you choose to stay stagnant, that's on you. Okay? Baby boy, baby girl, it's okay. But for me, I will no longer be in that space. So I'm trying my best because I still have some relationships that I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I, because it's really, for me, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And that's really my biggest thing, because I wouldn't want nobody hurting my feelings. But also, I also recognize that everybody's not on the same journey that I'm on. And just because I'm doing self-discovery in this moment and I'm understanding myself better and to know like what I may be inflicting on people and all this type of stuff doesn't mean everybody else is that in tune with themselves. So I have to give grace. But also, after you keep showing me that you ain't really for me, it's like, girl, you gonna have to put your big girl drawers on and snip it. You have to cut the relationship, cut it off. And it's okay. Like, life has been going on and life is still going to be going on. Don't get so down on yourself for making a really healthy decision for you. Okay? I've had relationships and situations that I would stay in it because I didn't want that person to, their self-esteem to be affected or for them to feel bad. And enough. I don't know. I can't, I'm tired of trying to manage your feelings, because that's essentially what you're doing. I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. I can listen. I'm stumbling because I'm trying to manage my own feelings. And I am more important to me than you are. At least I should be. And that's why I'm trying to work to completely. Like, Portia, you're more important than them being okay with you. You got to be okay with you. That's why I'm feeling this way. That's why I feel so heavy and burdened by this relationship. Like, girl, I'm tired. I want to let it go, but I don't want to hurt feelings. So it's like the catch-22 of it all. But whatever. We gotta. The point of all of this, what I'm saying is now, hindsight is always 2020. I can look back on the relationships and be like, that was a red flag. That let me know right there. Oop, they're gonna want boop, 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 boop. They like keep popping up. These red flags all around me of points of when I knew that this person should not have been allowed to be in my life, especially as long as I've allowed it. But the access that I have granted them should not have been granted in the first place. But again, you live and you learn. I could be very self-critical of my and very hard on me, and I'm always like thinking in retrospect, like, girl, you should have did better. Like, what was your problem? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, but I was just seeking to be loved and accepted and loved on, and now looking at it, it's like, oh, I wish I would have never opened that door, but wishes don't come true. Can't change the past is the point. You cannot change the past, but you can work towards a better future. And that's what I'm trying to do. So for me, I have listed 10 red flags, okay? I only did 10, even though it's so many more, but 10 that have been very crucial to me and what I've experienced, okay? So, the first red flag. And I kind of thought about this list as far as from the initial interaction with this person. I mean, like the initial introduction of getting to know someone, like all the way through. Well, not all the way through, but like, yeah, these are some red flags that pop up when you initially get to know somebody or interacting with somebody. And again, this is not just based off of romantic relationships, even though some may cater more to that than others, but these are friendships as well. Okay, so listen. The first red flag that I thought about was when people are overly boastful about things. Y'all know what I mean? I've been in settings before with people and, you know, everybody want to puff their chests up and like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. Like, they're bragging on themselves. They're super boastful. Like, yeah, I got 7 pairs of Gucci shoes and like, and they kind of say it in a passive aggressive way sometimes. Some people are very much more aggressive with it, but some people are passive aggressive. So I'm like, dude, I see what you're doing. I see you. I see you for what you are. Like, you think your value is within what you have on your body as far as clothes and designer things or whatever. That gives you value. You put your value of yourself, your worth in that. And it's not cute. And for people that do that, for me, that's a red flag. Like, oh, you ain't got your stuff together enough to know that your value don't come in those things. Just because you driving a Mercedes-Benz truck or you got this, again, with the clothes and the shoes and all this type of stuff. Like, why are you bragging about that? It's one thing to share your blessing and be like, man, I'm so grateful I, made it this far. I used to be this or that or whatever people choose to share. But like introductory wise, when first meeting somebody and they're overly boastful about the things that they have, that's because that's where they place their value. And that means to me that they ain't really got nothing. Like, the substance within them is nothing because they place their value on so many material things. And it's not that serious. Or Even like educational wise, like, oh, I got this degree, that degree, this degree. Like, again, material things and things around you that you've achieved, if you're overly boastful about them, to me, when I'm first meeting someone, it's just like, like, why are you so quick to just throw all of that out there? But that is where most people place their value. Like, this is what I'm worth. And it's just like, it's sad because those things are okay. Like the education, the jobs, all this type of stuff. It's okay to have those things, but also like that shouldn't be the begin all end all of you. Like, you're made up of more, way more than a degree or having this fancy car and these nice clothes. Like, you should have more substance to you than that. So for me, and in my past experiences, when people are overly boastful, when they're first meeting you and feel like they need to brag about their life and what they have, that's a red flag for me. It's a red flag. I'm sorry. It's a red flag for me because you're placing your value in that, and that's the stuff that matters, quote unquote, to you, when it really should be more heart-based stuff that matters. Like, it's, again, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with having nice things. I love nice things, but I don't place my value in nice things. I wasn't raised like that. Not unfortunately. Fortunately, I was not raised to place my values in expensive things. My value is within me. Okay? Whatever I have on, i.e. this Shein shirt, okay? It's valuable. It's beautiful because I'm wearing it. I place the value on the things, not the things place the value on me. Okay? Y'all know I ain't coming from no, y'all know. Okay? If y'all don't know by now, we on episode 11. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to, it's okay to have nice things, but you shouldn't place, you shouldn't be boastful about it. Be grateful. Be graceful. Okay? And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So whatever. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Second red flag, okay? When people just tell you what they think you want to hear. Now, I have encountered a few people like this as well. Oh yeah, you like the color blue? I do too. Like, cause I like the color blue, and I got blue this, blue that, blue this, blue that, and I do blue this and blue that. Like, it's just like overly trying to impress you with what they think you want to hear from them. And it's just like, just be you. Like, you don't have to say what you think I want you to say to get me to like you. I like you, or I will like you because of who you are. You don't have to change up who you are. But some people are people pleasers, to be honest. I used to be one. So I get it, which is also why it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Look, I got toxic traits and different things that I have been perpetuating as well throughout my life. I'm not sitting up here acting like I have not. So yeah, I'm guilty of being a people pleaser and trying to get people to like me because I thought seeking their validation was what I was supposed to do, or them validating me was what fed me at that time. But that's also, again, because I was empty on the inside. I had no substance to me. So if you tell me you like this, and that, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, like me too. Even if it was true for me, but like, we don't have to be overly trying to get people to like us, okay? And I know, especially like when you're trying to make new friends and date and things like that, like the whole point is to get people to like you. But I don't feel like you should change yourself or the core of yourself. But if you don't have a core of yourself, then you're going to be easily swayed. And that can become a problem for you and the other person. Because you can then become a yes man for that person. Or when you do start to get some substance to you and build your core or whatever, and then you start to change and grow, people look at it as a negative, like, oh, when did you become this person? When did you Like, it's a whole thing. So it's a red flag. It's a red flag on the play. It's a red flag when people just tell you what they think you want to hear. And I've experienced this with men in the past before, like, oh my gosh, like the lies, the lies, the lies. Like, you don't have to lie to get me to want to be interested in you. You don't have to tell me I ain't talking to nobody else. You the only one. You the only person I see. Ninja, I know you got eyes and you can see. I can see. So I know you can see. Like, don't just tell me what you think I want to hear. And most women be like, ooh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's appeasing to me because he said he only got eyes for me. Okay, listen. I'm going to sip my water on that one. Don't just tell me what you think I want to hear because you think it's going to be appeasing or it's going to get your chances better to be with me, sleep with me, whatever. Like, no, I don't like it. And I find it to be a red flag. I really don't like when people be like, if I ask them, so what's your favorite activity to do? What's your favorite activity to do? I like bowling. Yeah, I like bowling too. Okay. Like, you ain't got nothing else to offer the conversation. You just gonna repeat what I said. Like, again, telling me what you think I want to hear. Thinking it's gonna help you get to your ultimate goal, which is whatever. I don't know your true motive in these moments exactly all the time, but that's a red flag to me because it's like, you ain't on nothing. You ain't about nothing. You ain't trying to be about nothing. And instead of me going back and forth having this very mediocre conversation with you and interaction with you, listen, let's just save both of ourselves the trouble. If men were more honest, okay, and just said, you know what, I think you're beautiful, or I think you fine, I think you sexy, and I want to sleep with you, leave it up to me to make the decision, okay? Don't sit up here and be lying to my face and saying all these sweet nothings or being elusive and like what? Like, it's just ugh. It's a red flag for me. It's a red flag for me, okay? I don't know. But y'all get it. Y'all get it. Okay, cool. Next one, number 3. When people are very surface about their past, baby. This is a red flag on the play. Okay? When people do not want to discuss or open up about their past, it's a red flag. Because it's like, why not? Like, if we're trying to get to know each other, if we're in communication with each other and trying to understand each other on a deeper level, why wouldn't you be comfortable with sharing with the person about your past? And then don't give me basic stuff like, yeah, I get 2 siblings and my mom and dad wasn't together. You know, like, that's basic stuff for me. Like, I'm asking for more in-depth conversation, and like, I'm sharing, especially if I'm sharing with you, like, yeah, I've had friendships that I've had for a long period of time, and I eventually found out this person, you know, wasn't really in relationship with me like I was in relationship with them, and I'm giving X, Y, and Z examples, and and you sitting there like, yeah, you know, no, you know, my friends, and who ain't my friends, they ain't my friends. Like, what are we talking about? Give me some examples. What's happening? What happened? Why are you so disconnected from your friendships? What's going on? Why are you so nonchalant about things? Like, give me something to work with. And give me some more enlightenment to your evolution, your growth. Like, that just shows me when we talk about our past things, it just shows me that, okay, you may have been this person before. You may have allowed certain things to happen before, but you're no longer in that space anymore. Or I learned from this, or whatever. Like, more in-depthness. Like, you cannot be surface level. And when ninjas be surface level, it's because they not trying to open up something that they don't want to open up. And I'm not saying that you should do that with everybody that you encounter, but ladies, when you're trying to get to know a man and he's being very elusive about his past and he giving you real surface stuff, baby, it's something he don't want you to know. It's something he don't want to open up about. He's hoping and praying that you don't ask him. And if you do, he gonna be real vague about it, because people don't want to do that most times. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be open. Like, but then how are we trying to get to know each other if you're not doing that? I'm not giving you surface, so you can't give me surface. So it's a red flag for me, because clearly we're not on the same page. We are not in alignment. We are not doing the same. We're not. And I'm not going to waste my time any longer engaging in conversation with you and hoping that one day I'm going to get him to open up. One day I'm going to get him to give me a little more. I've done that. And when I've done it, it's led me to the road of nothingness. Okay? I've wasted 7 years before. I've wasted 3 to 4 years before on men, especially, wanting them to open up to me more than what they have surface level let me in, and they never really do. You can't change people. So if you recognize that and you like, they don't be really giving me nothing, because we're quick to do it in friendships, like especially with our girlfriends, we're quick to do it. Like, she don't be really telling me her business, so I ain't telling her my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be quick to recognizing that. And women are kind of different in that sense, I guess. No, if old dude ain't trying to open up to you about his past, okay? About some things he's experienced and stuff like that, he ain't really trying to do what you may be trying to do. So, baby girl, it's a red flag. Pay attention to it and let it go, okay? Red flag number 4, when communication is minimum. I cannot tell you how many times I have encountered people like this, and it grinds my gears. Because, again, I am a very talkative person. I understand that everyone is not like that. But also, in the getting to know you phase, and you've made your requests known to me about what you want, quote unquote, or not, if your communication is very basic, or if I shoot you a text and you don't respond to me for hours or the next day, or you're never really, it's always like a quick, hi, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. That's good. And that's it. Like, you ain't really, again, in alignment with me. You ain't really trying to do what I'm trying to do. It's a red flag for me. Do not proceed. Do not pass go. Do not keep going. Do not do any other things, okay? Because that person is not trying to do what you're trying to do. That person does not desire what you desire. Let it go. Let that ninja or whoever stay over there where they at. Do not pursue. Do not keep trying it, because it ain't it. That is not what you want. If somebody wants to talk to you, they will communicate with you. Period, point blank. If they're not doing it, it's because they don't want to do it. People do what they want to do. When they're not doing what you think they should be doing, i.e. communicating with you on a regular basis, then that is not the person that you need to be in communication with or in relationship with. Let it go. It's a red flag, because you know what's going to happen? Nothing. It's not going to change. They're going to keep doing you that way. They're going to keep, even if they're a nice guy, quote unquote, even if they're a nice person and they trying not to hurt your feelings. The fact that they can't even be honest enough with you and tell you that I don't really want to have that type of relationship with you as far as us hanging out or getting together or pursuing a relationship. If they can't be honest enough to tell you that and they just slowly like being real, they slowly ghosting you or being real minimal with their conversation and they not really trying to give you much and you gotta like pull teeth with them. No. I don't want it. I will not waste any more time, energy, or myself on you. No more. No. Not doing it. So it's a red flag. And it can go both ways. It's a red flag. Please pay attention. Pay attention to the sign. Okay? They don't want to talk to you like that. Because if they did, they would. It's not because they're busy. It's not because they got this and that going on. Those are excuses. They don't want to. And they just don't want to tell you they don't want to. So they're showing you they don't want to. Pay attention to what people do, not what they say. Okay? I have to calm myself down. Because I really dislike that. Like, just be honest. Like, what I'm going to do? What is somebody going to do? Just say it and be done. I just roll my eyes. Because it's annoying. It's so annoying. Anyway. Whew, child. I had to get that off my chest. I'm over it. I am over it. You don't want to talk. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Flag number 5. Okay? There's no clarity on where y'all stand. If there is no clarity on where you stand with someone in relationship with them, friendship with them, if you don't know if they talking about you behind your back, if you don't know if they got your back, if you don't know if they really care about you, if you don't know because you slept with them last night and you ain't heard from them in 3 days, if they really still want this thing with you, whatever this is, situationship, relationship, whatever. If you don't know if y'all been rocking hard and heavy and they ain't gave you no type of clarity on what you guys are doing, and then when you ask, they be like, well, I don't know, we just chilling. That ain't clear. And that's confusion. Because you thinking, well, we doing all of this, so I'm thinking we this. But in reality, they not on the same page. Again, not in alignment. It's a red flag. Red flag, flag on the play. Okay? That person, you need to pay attention. Pay attention to what people be doing. Okay? Pay attention. Oh, I just need to give him some time to see that I'm the one and he gonna appreciate me. Like, he gonna see it. Like, I know he already see it because he called me all day, every day. He be around me all day, every day. But he don't want to make y'all public. Red flag. You should have clarity on exactly what's going on in your relationships. You shouldn't have to second guess if your friend is your friend. If you see them go out with somebody else or do something with somebody else and they didn't invite you. Well, why you didn't invite me? I thought we was cool. Like, what's the problem here? Oh, I have forgot. Oh, it slipped my mind. Red flag. Flag on the play. She don't care. She don't want, she's not trying to be in a relationship with you like that anymore. And instead of, again, saying, I'm not trying to do that, they just do what they do. It's a red flag. You ain't got no clarity on the relationship. It's a red flag. It's confusion. God is not in the midst of confusion, okay? So it ain't for you, boo. Move on. Let it go. Because if anything, in relationships, you should have clarity. You my man, I'm your woman. Okay, cool. We're clear on our roles. We're clear on what we're doing. You my friend? Okay, cool. I'm your friend? Cool. So we're clear on what this partnership is. Okay? If they ain't giving you that, red flag. Red flag, flag on the play. Number 6, they hide things from you. Listen, Linda, listen. This kind of ties into the other one. If they hide and stuff, and they got to turn their phone upside down when they around you or face down when they around you, if they got to take their phone in every room with them, baby, flag on the play, okay? It's a red flag because there's no reason for you to be taking and hiding your phone and doing all these things for why? Now, I am going to admit, back in the day, my first relationship, I used to check the phone religiously. But you also have to think about the time, right? Because like when I first was getting in relationships, that's when like cell phones were like popular. Like this wasn't a thing prior to the cell phones, right? Like well, people used to look through people pagers and beepers and stuff like that, whatever. But you know, looking through the cell phone was a thing because it's like I know you texting me. Who else you texting? Let me see. Okay, but I do not condone that behavior any longer. I learned that lesson from that relationship that I don't want to look through your phone. I don't want to have to be put in that position that I feel like I need to be looking through your stuff. Why are you even hiding things from me that makes me feel like you're being secretive, that I feel like I need to go be freaking Carmen Sandiego? Huh? I don't want to be her. You should be able to feel secure in your relationships. Not trying to catch somebody up in their DMs and looking through their phone or who you talking to, what's going on, you hiding from me, you sneaking around, you doing all this type of stuff. Flag on the play. It ain't for you, boo-boo. It ain't for you. That is not in alignment with who you are and what you need, so let it go. It's a red flag. Pay attention. Do not ignore it, okay? Because anybody that's secure and know and they're being honest, they don't feel the need to hide anything. I can leave my phone with you and go in the bathroom for 10, 15 minutes and not worry that you're going to be doing something or looking through it. Or even if you did look through it, I know you ain't going to find nothing because I ain't doing nothing. But mainly, you shouldn't make your partner or your friend or nobody feel like I have to kind of try to catch you up to see if you're doing something or because you be sneaking and da-da-da. And I understand that people have trust issues. I'm a product of having trust issues from my past relationships or whatever, but I don't want to keep repeating the same cycle and expecting a different outcome. And I let people know in the dough. I want to be able to trust you, and only how I will not trust you is if you give me a reason not to trust you. So if you start behaving in a certain way and doing certain things like I have experienced in the past, I am going to be triggered. Don't hide your phone from me. Because I'm not going to look through your phone, baby. I'm not even there no more. I don't have time to be doing that, and I want you to feel secure enough to know that you wouldn't even put me in that position to make me feel that way. Okay? Let's be grown-ups. Let's grow up. All right? Oh, hey. How y'all doing today? Yeah, my hands was ashy before I started filming. I didn't want to get on camera with ashy hands. So I had to put on my Chablonnet potion. Can you get that? Can you get that? Bam. I love this potion. It smells so good. It feels so good. And it's going to get my hands silky smooth just like they need to be, okay? So yeah, when you see me glowing, when you see me looking all moisturized, know it's Chablonnet. Down to number 7. When someone tries to tell you how you should look and present. Listen. I went live on TikTok I think last Saturday, and I started doing my look because I'm trying to go live on TikTok at least 20 minutes a day to get up my engagement, to get myself out on people's FYP page, whatever. So last Saturday I took a shower and did a little self-care love to my skin and all the things. I washed my hair and I was doing like a little deep conditioning. I had my little auntie robe on or whatever. So I jumped on live while I was taking care of myself, doing my little self-care or whatever. So I was just checking in. I was like, oh, let me check in with the people, see what y'all doing on self-care Saturdays. Okay. So that's what I did. and I have my robe on, and I have my little cap on, and it looks like a bonnet, but I was doing a deep conditioning, okay? So I'm just talking, being my bubbly, positive self and checking in with everybody. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. What you doing today to take care of you? Like, what's going on? How are we taking care of ourselves today? This man, random man, gets on my live and say, hey, beautiful, I like your energy and everything, but you need to take that thing off your head. Excuse me? And I immediately found myself explaining myself, okay? Oh, no. You shouldn't be on the internet with a bonnet on. No, I'm actually deep conditioning my hair. As you can see, I titled this live Self-Care Saturday. I'm doing a little self-care. I got my robe on, got my little hat on for my deep conditioning and stuff like that. I was like, I don't normally be on the internet with my bonnet on or nothing like that. So I was like, you could go check my page. First of all, okay, this is Portia in hindsight because I don't get it right all the time. So I was like, first of all, I don't have to explain nothing to anybody. Do you hear me? I don't have to explain myself to you, sir. You don't know me from a can of paint. And you could have kept your little comment to yourself. What you could have said was the first part and left the but and the rest of after the but off of there. That's what you could have did. Because I don't need you to come on here telling me how I should present to the world as a woman. Who are you to tell me what I should look like or what I should be doing? Mind the business that pays you. Flag on the play. That's a red flag for me for any man or woman to tell me what I should look like or what I should present as. Why do you care? If you're doing it or if you're not doing it, that's the only person you need to focus on is you, because that's the only person you can control is you. Don't get on my stuff telling me what I should look like. It's the equivalent to you walking around in a store and a man comes to you, why don't you smile? Why you frowning? Get out my face, okay? Flag on the play. Flag. It's a red flag, because if you think that that's going to get my interest or appease me, that you looking at me and you like, you ain't smiling, you need to smile. Like that's supposed to be cute. Sir, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what's happening in my life. What if I was bald underneath that cap? That quote unquote bonnet. What if I was bald under there? And I got on this live. This could have been my first live, me trying to be brave and step out of my comfort zone and be comfortable in my own skin. And I got on this live, and then you made that comment and saying you need to take that thing off your head. What if I was bald under there from a medical condition? You don't know nobody's story. Keep your opinions and your comments to yourself if it's not going to be helpful. Again, going back to my episode of criticism or words of love, if you ain't got words of love completely, don't put the words of love and then put a but on the end of it and say something negative. You don't know my life. You don't know what's going on with me. You don't know what's happening with me. Please keep your comments to yourself. Keep your opinions about my appearance to yourself. I can present in whatever way makes me feel comfortable in this world. You don't get to tell me. Okay? And that's for anybody. But that really, really made me upset. I was just like, because it's the entitlement of it all for me. I feel like in this society, men really feel entitled to tell women how they should look. I understand that y'all are very visual beings. But again, I was doing a self-care Saturday. I was not on there to look my best and present wonderfully put together for you to ooh and ah at. Ninja, please. It's not about you all the time. I'm doing something for me. And me sitting there in my robe and in my deep conditioning cap and just chilling with no makeup on and stuff like that, that's what make me feel good. You don't get to come over here and tell me not to. Okay? Red flag on the play. If anybody tries to come into your space and to you and tell you what you should look like or how you should present. These red flags is getting me a little I'm feeling a little feisty. Cause I've experienced some stuff, man. I know y'all have too. I know I'm not alone in this, but I'm just like, it's the audacity for me. Like, people be out here really trying, like, and y'all, the thing for me is men always got something to say about how a woman look, and women do too, don't get me wrong, because it's a lot of them too. But y'all having something to say about how somebody is presenting is just beyond me, because y'all be walking around with dirty fingernails, looking raggedy, not put together. Like, come on, baby. Like, let's not do that. Y'all got pot bellies and titties and all this type of stuff. Micro parts, if you can read between the lines. Okay, like, let's not. Just keep your opinion to you. Don't come over here with that. Don't. It's a red flag for me. If that's how you are approaching people, it's inappropriate and it's not good. It's a red flag. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Flag number 8. Try to change or shape you into the person that they want you to be. Still kind of ties into 7, right? But once you get to know somebody, or you're still in a phase of getting to know somebody and they're constantly telling you like, yeah, you should wear this, or you should do this, or you should do that, or da-da-da, like they're really trying to change who you are overall as a person. Well, you shouldn't think like this, and you shouldn't think like that. Like, it's a way to do things to get people to see different perspectives. It's another thing to constantly try to shape and mold someone into what you want them to be, either for you to have full control of or whatever. Like, it's a flag on a play for me. Okay, like, no, it's a red flag. Like, why are you trying to constantly change me? When you first met me, you said that you liked the person I was and all of that. You were attracted to that. But some people do that because they try to dim your light. They try to shut you down. They try to make you feel less than, because they see how bright you are and they see how great you are. So let me just knock you down a few pegs and bring you back down. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. So no, it's a red flag on a play, and that's in all relationships. If you come run into a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I'm talking about friendships, that be doing stuff like that and trying to get, no. You should not change yourself unless it's absolutely for the betterment of you and it's in alignment with something that you wanted or desired anyhow. Okay, it's a difference when somebody encouraging you, again, with the words of love and letting you know, like, yeah, I think, when you wear black, it looks so beautiful on you, but when you wear red, girl, it really offsets your skin tone and like, you know what I'm saying? It's ways to do this instead of somebody just completely trying, you look terrible in that, no, you shouldn't wear that, like, no, you like, yeah. Okay? No. Number 9, disrespectful towards anyone they claim to be close to. Child, listen. If a person is disrespectful, and I know we say that a lot, it's like how they treat their mama, that's how they gonna treat you. Okay? It's not just mama. It's anybody in their inner circle that they claim to be close with, and they can be blatantly disrespectful to them, especially in front of you. It's a red flag, honey. For me, it's a red flag. Because we're still trying to get to know each other and whatever, courting, dating, whatever, and you sitting up here being disrespectful to your sister or your father or your auntie. I'm like, I thought you said you were really close to them. I am, but F them. What? Like, so it's a disconnect somewhere. It's some undealt with feelings and things like that. So they need to figure that out. And I mean, listen, it's a red flag for me. It's up to you. We all have free will if you want to sit there and try to figure it out with them. But honestly, it's a red flag for me. Because again, it's undealt with feelings and different things that they're experiencing within them. It's a disconnect somewhere. What's happening? What's going on? Why are you doing this? And you probably need to get to the root of that before you proceed. So I'll say proceed with caution, but it's definitely a red flag. But be well aware of what it is, because all of these things can turn around on you. So, in number 10, talk crap about other people to you, or they thrive off of gossip. Baby, if they talk about Elizabeth, who is their bestest friend, to you, like a dog, baby, better believe they talking about you to Elizabeth, like a dog. Okay. So, it's a red flag. It's a red flag for me. Or they thrive off of gossip. Girl, let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened to this. All that type of stuff. I'm not going to act like I wasn't a part of this type of behavior in the past. I definitely was. But I think it's important to know someone's heart, right? When I know we're talking, we're not trying to tear down the person. And it's just like speaking about what we've observed of a person. Like, I get that. But it's another thing when they like, yeah, excellent. Okay? Like, yeah, they going through right now. Yeah, they experiencing this right now. Like, it's like you're thriving off of it, or you're feeding off of what's happening to people, and you're sharing it with other people and hoping that they can touch and agree with you in this devious feeling. I'm not here for it. 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 Okay. And me and my good friends talk, and we'll talk on other people's situations, but it's usually, not usually, it is, and from a place of, yeah, man, like, it's so sad they experiencing this. Like, man, I wanted more for them, or I hate to see them going through this. It's coming from a more compassionate space other than a devious, like, yeah, that's what they get. They thought that or, oh, let me tell you about this. Like, you literally trying to tear down that person. And it's a no for me. It's a no. It's a no. It's a flag on the play. And it makes me feel like if you could talk about them like that, and I know how cool y'all are and like what y'all relationship means to you, quote unquote, what you said it meant to you, I know you're talking about me like that, or you will talk about me like that. So then it makes me kind of close down, and I can't really share that much with you. And again, like, I'm not here for surface relationships. Like, I'm just not. And if I gotta be that way with you or be real curated with you, I don't want it. I don't want it, because I just want to be me at all times. I don't want to have to curate myself. I don't want to have to close off parts of me because you're gonna mishandle me. Okay? So I just rather not be in a relationship with you. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Plenty of relationships that are fulfilling and giving me all the things that I need, and I'm still open to making new connections with people as well, but I don't need to dwell in that space any longer. I'm no longer dwelling in negativity in no shape, form, or fashion. Okay? So yeah, those are my 10 red flags that I came up with for this episode. So yeah, y'all can agree to disagree. It is what it is, but that's just how I view things from my experience, because this is my life, and that's how it's been lifing. Okay. So I'm gonna go quickly to the next segment, which is, how does life be lifing for you? Okay. And this is where I ask my listeners on social media to send me questions. I've been that I will randomly select one to answer for today. And today I have Tamika, who is a part of the hashtag village, and she sent in this because I did put out a video before recording this, well before this, asking like, what are some red flags for you all, and she told me when they start showing narcissistic tendencies, and I could not agree more. Okay. And for those who may not fully understand what narcissistic tendencies may be, according to the Mayo Clinic, okay, narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. Okay, they need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. People with this disorder may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. But behind their mask of extreme confidence, they are not sure of their self-worth, and are easily upset by the slightest criticism. Okay? I think we all know some people like that, okay? A narcissistic personality disorder causes problems in many areas of life, such as relationships, work, school, and financial matters. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed when they're not given the special favors or admiration that they believe they deserve, okay? They may find their relationships troubled and unfulfilling, and other people may not enjoy being around them. Narcissistic personality disorder affects more males than females, and it often begins in the teens or early adulthood. This is according to the Mayo Clinic, okay? Your girl has done her research. I didn't bring this off the top of my head. So, let's beware of people that is a red flag. People that start showing narcissistic tendencies, because again, they don't care about other people's feelings, so they're not going to care about your feelings. And the only treatment for a narcissistic personality disorder is talk therapy, which means they need to be in therapy actively dealing with this disorder. And if they're not, and they just out here meddling in people's lives, being who they are with this is a mental health problem, you may not want to be in alignment with them, okay? Because you're not going to get what you want, because they don't care. They're all about themselves. So yeah, thank you for that one, Tamika. That is a huge red flag, and we need to pay attention when somebody is displaying those tendencies, when they are just all about themselves, they unreasonable, and yeah, and it gets upset by the slightest criticism. Like, oh my gosh, I know so many narcissistic people, it's not even funny. But anywho, yeah, so thank you, Tamika, for being a part of the village and giving me that red flag. I appreciate you, girl. And so before we get out of here, Life be life in us all. This is a hashtag that you all can use. Hashtag the village. Hey y'all. Y'all can use that. Life be life in us all. This is where I will have you, my listeners, friends, families, submit news, topics, and other requests that you would like for me to talk about. Okay? So you can always hit me up on my email at lifebelifin@anchoredinllc.com, or you can DM me on any social media platform. Those are currently still open for the time being. And always, you can catch me now. I've already set up every Monday. I will be live chatting on YouTube with my visual video of my episode. So you can catch me there every Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube to live chat with you all with the premiere of my episode, okay? And also every Tuesday on TikTok, you can catch me on live at 6 p.m. talking about previous topics on the podcast. You can come and join in, be a part of the live, comment there. You can join the live and speak to the public and tell me how you feel and how life been life in you, okay? So yes, we're in this together. We're building this community together, and we're experiencing this life together. So never feel like you alone, okay? So before we get out of here, we're going to do my last segment, which is Speak Life, okay? Because we speak in life all the time, no longer dwelling in the negative, okay? So Speak Life. This is the segment where I leave you with a call of action for yourself and also me. Yeah, today's affirmation: I am aware that the strength and the knowledge I've gained from my experiences can help other people who are on the same path. Sharing my successes can lift others up, and sharing my mistakes can protect them. Woo! We're talking about these red flags today, so I'm gonna repeat that one more time, okay? The affirmation for today is: I am aware that the strength and the knowledge I've gained from my experiences can help other people who are on the same path. Sharing my successes can lift others up, and sharing my mistakes can protect them. So, I will leave y'all with these words to hold on to until next time, okay? You heard it. You say it. You write it down. Remind yourself to speak it and make it happen. Because, child, life be life in us all. Until next time, my loves, I will see you then. Have a wonderful day.